Why is it back to this again? This is one of those YouTube nights. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. I really don't. I was talking and nobody was typing, so I don't know what the fuck was going on. 4 people typing in the chat. I don't know what happened there. What's going on, everybody? We're trying to speak to Trump supporters, see people who still support the war in Iran. Yeah. Sheffy, thank you for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, guys, the super chats are what help us push us on the FYP. It's the hitting the thumbs up button, doing all those things. If we don't do it, it won't put us out there, and that's all there is to it. You know what I mean? It's that simple, right? It's that simple. If we don't engage with the live, it doesn't go on the... Am I disappearing? What kind of question is that? What do you mean, am I disappearing? Yeah, he's not listening very well. So it's got me stressed out because he's not listening right now. So yeah, that's what's happening. Let's see if we can get a Trump supporter to call in here. My face? No, it should be good. No, sorry, I don't know. Should be good. I don't know why it's doing that. The green screen? I don't know. What's going on? Hopefully rational. No, I'm trying to see if we can get a Trump supporter to call in. YouTube's been a little weird tonight. So that's what I'm trying. If everybody can hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, engage with the live, we can go from there. We're at kind of a strange moment here, as there's like, it's kind of all the same stuff in the news cycle, but most of the news is related to like the Strait of Hormuz. We had this shooting at a synagogue. It's marked. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you so much. Sherry, thank you for the $2 super chat. Can't really do much, but I appreciate all you do. Thank you, Sherry. I really appreciate whatever you can do. Sarah, thank you so much. Appreciate you, Sarah. Like the live, I agree. Thank you so much. Gumball Dolphins, happy Friday. Thank you so much, Gumball. Really appreciate the support, Gumball. Like that's a huge support. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sometimes when you leave back, you think it was a little closer. Yeah, it's just the green screen. So I really just would like to get into a conversation here so I can get my brain moving, you know. I got a weird message that the live was unavailable. Yeah, because the other one had to be removed because when I was typing, nobody was responding. Nobody was responding in the chat. Therefore, the live wasn't being pushed out into the algorithm. You understand? This is why. So like no one was responding. So I just exited out of it. Jamie, thank you for the $5 super chat, Jamie. Appreciate you, Jamie. So that was the shooting here today. Let's just take a quick second because I think it's really important that even though nobody died, that everyone's paying attention to these kinds of stories right now. It is important. This was a witness that saw this happen today. And so I wanted to pull this clip up. Let's take a listen quick. This is pretty interesting.
Stand by. All right, Darnell, stand by. I want to get back to Amaya Kuznicki because those parallels we remember in Grand Blanc, which was a crash, shots fired, and a fire set. So if that's kind of a copycat or something similar to that attack, like Darnell just said, they're going to try and find any.
Hey, thank you to the two people there. Not another one. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. I rock you. Thank you for the 1999 super chat. Says appreciate what you do. Thank you. I rock you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support. Let's take a listen to this here. This is a member of the Jewish temple describing the scene after the crash. Now, I'm encouraging people to be skeptical right now. I don't want you to. You should be skeptics, right? You have to be. You have to be. Because right now we're in a situation where I think our government wants to kind of change a narrative, and I think it's very important. And this happened a lot in previous years. Things weird. I think right now, I'm trying to say this carefully. Like, it's not in regards to this particular situation. I'm just telling people I think it's important that we pay very close attention to these things right now. We question things.
Way to hurt people here. Amaya Kuznicki is one of our reporters on the ground at the scene there. Amaya, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm actually here with Lisa, who is standing by now. Lisa, you said you know people down there.
Yeah, I have a very close friend in the building who's a social worker there, and I know some of the temples. This is our temple, so we belong there.
And when you came down and saw everything that's happening, I mean, what's going through your mind?
I'm scared to death for my friends. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen this kind of, this number of police officers out here. And my first thing, to be honest, were the children. There's a whole, daycare program in there, and parents and grandparents have been coming, and they're scared to death for their children.
And I know I asked you if you had talked to those people that work inside, and you said you don't even want to bother them because you just want them worrying about getting to safety.
Yeah, I was afraid to even call. If they're hiding, I didn't want their phones to ring. You don't know what's going on. So I'm just standing here to make sure my friends get out okay.
And you said you will be here, standing here until you know more information.
This is a witness of the Jewish temple shooting today. That's what we're listening to. It's someone just describing what happened in the scene. If you are a Trump supporter and you support the war in Iran, this is one of a million reasons why I don't, but I don't support the war in Iran. If you do, call the phone number above, 908-652-3703. Don't be ashamed that you support Trump. Don't be scared to talk to a liberal about your support for Trump. Call the phone number, let's have a conversation, and let's see why, right? That's what we need to be doing.
Well, I know. My heart's in there right now.
Yeah.
So
I know it's a tough situation, and I think everyone around here is feeling the same way right now. Is there anything else that you want to add just about the situation in general?
This is senseless. It's senseless. We have to be better than this. This is not okay. So that's all I want. Everyone to be okay.
Well, we're hoping that we can get some answers for you, and I appreciate you, taking the time to speak with us. I know it's a difficult topic, and you heard it from Lisa. She's just one of many people that are out here right now very concerned as to what's happening down there. Again, we were hoping to get that information from police soon, and we will make sure to update you as soon as we know more.
Hey, Maya, before you go, can you ask her, we're hearing from people in that area that preschool would have been in session today. Does she know if that's the case or not?
Can you guys imagine if preschool students died during this?
Do you know if preschool was in session today?
it was. Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Wow. That would have been so bad. Oh my God. So apparently this guy came in armed. I don't know how he was on fire, like inside the vehicle. I don't know what the case is with that. I don't think that information's come out yet, or has it? But my God, this could have started a chain of events that we wouldn't be able to control and could have been super bad. And that's why I'm saying to be skeptical right now. I'm not saying that this isn't real, and I'm not saying that this didn't happen. What I'm saying, this is a result of these wars, right? Nothing good comes out of war. Nothing. Whether it's real or it's not, right? Nothing good comes out of these situations. But I think more now than ever, we need to be skeptical of situations like this. We need to question things like this. I'm concerned I'm more concerned than I've ever been in my life about our government's willingness to establish a narrative that benefits them during this conflict, if that makes sense. That's the best way I can possibly say it.
Yeah, she said it was in session. Preschool was in session. I heard from someone else. Was it you that told me that they believe
They believe that the children, this is just, rumor, hearsay.
And also, it could just be some anti-Semitic schmatzy asshole who's using a real circumstance, right, to try and justify his hate of Jewish people, right? So, like, we don't know what happened. We don't have enough information, but it's important to recognize these things.
I believe the children were all escorted safely out of the building into the country club across the way, Shenandoah, where they're on lockdown until their parents get them. Now, that's what I heard. I don't know that to be true.
Okay. Again, that's just everything that she's hearing. I think a lot of information is coming in right now.
All right, so that's that. And here's the second thing. Did you guys see Donald Trump and the First Lady celebrating Women's History Month at the Women's History Month event today? This has got to be the most laughable thing I've ever seen in my life. If there was ever an event this guy should sit out, it's the celebration of women. It's the celebration of women. If there was any time this guy should stay home and lay in a bed of Big Macs, it's this situation.
Nice. Well, thank you very much. Movie star, can you believe this? Can you believe it? That wasn't supposed to happen. We were supposed to have a nice, normal life. But she's terrific and big success.
No, I told you guys, we were going to have some, issues here domestically. There was going to be pew-pewings and things as a result of this war. I told you this was coming. I knew this was coming. I knew this was going to happen. Right? And it's highly concerning. It's highly, highly concerning. I don't even think people paid as much attention to, the Islamophobia that happened post 9/11. This is a situation where, unfortunately, you have to be careful because schmatzis take advantage of people's legitimate concern with Israel's involvement with our government, and they try and justify it to perpetuate their hate of the Jewish population. So that's why there's a lot of nuance here, and it needs to be broken down responsibly. There are ways to break it down responsibly.
Yes, and I think it was number one last night streaming. It went on streaming last night. It was number one.
I know. He endorses Jake Paul. I mean, what's that? You know what? Let's take a listen to that instead of this. Did you guys hear this? Trump and Jake Paul. I mean, could this be dumber? Let's take a listen.
Imagine being able to build an app.
Trump and Jake Paul.
He a very tough cookie. But instead of fighting like a guy his own size, he fights a guy who's 70 pounds bigger.
Not another one. Thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you.
Who won? He's like a two-time Olympian champion. He's this massive guy. And my friend is a guy named Jake Paul. And
you guys ever notice Trump's only friends are people that endorse his shitty behavior? The only requirement for being a friend of Donald Trump, there's two things. And I challenge anyone to give me a friend that doesn't meet these two. You endorse and support him even when he's wrong, and you have some kind of pull. You have some kind of influence. So all you have to do is have some kind of influence that benefits him, and you have to endorse him even when he does the wrong thing, even when he's clearly wrong. If you meet those two categories, you're his best friend. Kid Rock, Dr. Oz, Dr. Phil. I'm struggling to come up with names here. Dana White, right? Just people, if you endorse his shitty behavior and you have some kind of influence that he can use to his advantage to win elections, then he'll be your best friend. He doesn't give a shit. You could have a tattoo on your forehead. He doesn't care.
And I said, and I'm watching, I didn't realize there was a slight size variance, like about 7 inches and about 70 pounds. This guy,
he's an unbelievable boxer. He's a hell of a boxer, really, when you look at it. They call him a professional athlete. That's what they're calling him. They're calling him that. So true. Such a wonderful guy. He got knocked out last time he boxed.
fought like, I tell you what, he is courageous. He's an incredible guy. He's got a brand new, beautiful.
He literally just said exactly what I did.
Fiance, and you're not allowed to use the word beautiful when describing women anymore. It's the end of your political career, but I'll say it anyway. What the hell?
Wow. So he says this he just got done at the Women's Support Month thing, and now he's out here already saying you're not allowed to call women beautiful. You get in trouble. You get in trouble. There's a difference between calling them beautiful and saying you'll grab them in the vagina, Donald. Those are two entirely different things. You know that, right? Calling them beautiful and saying I grab them in the vagina are not the same thing. But to him, those are the same thing.
She's beautiful. She just won the Olympic gold medal. Where's she? Where's Utah? She gold medalist. Boy, I tell you, she's strong. That means she's strong. You better be careful.
And if she was critical of Trump, he'd be calling her an awful, nasty woman. She's a nasty woman, that woman. She's awful, that woman. One of the worst. Belongs in prison, really, when you look at it. All you have to do is endorse him. That's it. All you have to do is support his shitty behavior. That's the only requirement.
She's a beautiful person, and she's a big, strong athlete. I watched her win that gold, and they have an expression, if that were a fight, they'd stop it, right? She's great. But Jake Paul is a great guy, and, you know, part of the deal is he said, do you mind if I do an interview with you? I said, Jake, I'm the president of the United States. I don't do interviews. Look at.
Yeah, I'm 90% sure that was his brother. Is he confusing Logan with Jake right now? It was Logan that interviewed him, not Jake, right?
Joe Biden. He went 2.5 years without doing an interview because he was shot. But he was shot 30 years ago, too. He was no good. But I said, Jake, I'm president. How can I do your local podcast? But his local podcast is big stuff.
Yeah, I think he's quite literally confusing the two brothers right now. He loves Jake so much. You have a wonderful podcast, and you're great in the WWE. You're unbelievable. You do moves like nobody's ever seen since Bruno Sammartino. They call him Bruno Sammartino. He was my favorite. Unbelievable guy.
And he's big stuff. Jake, you got to come up. Come here. You got to come. This guy has guts. And he walked out with a broken jaw. Anyway, this was not the greatest fight. But you know what it showed? Lots of courage. Come here, Jake. Say a few words. These are your people.
Yeah, what Mr. Trump has taught me is.
Donald just said that these are your people. That's one thing he's saying that's correct. You're right. MAGA is Jake Paul's people.
Courage. You know, we never back down from a fight, even if they're much bigger than you, much, much bigger than you. And I feel all the local Kentuckians feel the same way. You guys have that fight. You guys have that swag. There's a lot of young kids in here. The future of America. I grew up just a few hours away from here, and my dad taught me to fight. And all of our voices matter in America. And I'm never afraid to speak the truth, and I know you guys aren't. We are here representing the United States, and it's just a blessing. Thank you, Mr. Trump. We need more factories like this thriving all over the country, and I know he's going to be the one to bring that here to us. I know God is with us. I know he wants us on the right side of history, and everyone here has to do their part, and God's got us. Trump's got us. God bless. Love you, Kentucky.
He said exactly what we were all thinking. These are your people. Yes, MAGA from Kentucky are definitely your people, Jake Paul. If there was ever a community of people that are your people, that's it right there. And it has nothing to do with their willingness to fight. It's their inability to critically think. That's really what it is. It has nothing to do with their ability to fight. Elliot G, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Yeah, they're just... It's just... One thing Trump taught me is never back down, never what? Never give up. Absolutely not.
No, he's a great guy. He's a courageous guy and a talented guy. He's a hell of a fighter, too, by the way.
Literally said everything I said before. Hell of a fighter. He's an unbelievable fighter.
And I just want to say, I'm going to make a prediction that you will be, in the not-too-distant future, running for political office.
I hope so, because it will be funny as fuck. I can show videos. That's just not worth showing. Lee, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I'm not going to go to the trouble of putting Jake Paul on the screen. He's a goof. Lee, thank you for the $10 since the 2024 election. I only have waking nightmares. I'm still waiting for the big, beautiful obituary. Yeah, I think that's what many of us are waiting for there, Lee. And look, I don't think it's too far out, but why are you wasting time on a Logan showed audio? Because it's not Logan. It's Jake Paul, number one. They're not the same person, even though it appears that they are. I'm showing you because this is how Donald Trump connects with the youth. Not that I think they're effective in politics, but Democrats ignoring Donald Trump's podcast tour and his, cozying up next to influencers was a major mistake. It was a major mistake. Like we should be directly, instead of ignoring it, we should be talking about it. Here's another. Trump asked about the possible Iran revenge plot in California. So here's something I want to show you guys as well that I thought was pretty significant. So the FBI has said that there was a plot by the Iranian government, and this is prior to the attacks originally. I want people to understand this for a second. So this was information they had prior to the United States killing the supreme leader. So let's understand, prior to, okay? The FBI says that the Iranian government planned to fly drones into California and attack California. Not kidding. This is what our government is saying. Now, do I believe that? No. Do I think there was potentially a plot to do that to justify the attacks? Yes, I do. And that's scary as hell. The idea that the Iranian government would be able to get a vessel even close enough is insane. But let's take a listen because Donald Trump was asked about this last night.
President Trump, what have you heard about this bulletin that some law enforcement put out about a possible Iran revenge plot in California where there would be some kind of a boat offshore launching drones towards the...
It's being investigated, but you have a lot of things happening, and all we can do is take them as they come. And the war itself is being prosecuted as well as anybody has ever seen, and this is other countries telling me too. Big countries, powerful countries, they said they've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, you know who he's talking about? Israel. This scares me because honestly, folks, I really think we're like at that point. I think they absolutely would fake something to justify what's happening right now, to justify an outright assault, an annihilation, a bombing campaign similar to what happened in Gaza. And I think the only justification they would need to do such a thing would be some kind of attack on U.S. soil. I said before, they're talking about this. Can you imagine if the Iranian government unalived 100 children in the United States? They wouldn't think twice about making it a parking lot. There'd be no consideration for human life. What does that mean? Why would you do that? Well, it certainly makes the military operation, a much simpler strategy. If you can justify not considering And by the way, it might not even be us. You know who it might be, right? Might be the is not real. Is not real might be behind it. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. This sounds crazy. I can't even believe that I'm just having to say these things. I'm like, oh my God, are these words coming out of my mouth? But it's true, and I'm not going to not say it because it sounds crazy, because it's not fucking crazy. It's reality. This is what's happening right now. I saw the propaganda in Gaza. I saw the things that they did to justify bombing schools and hospitals. I saw that. I know what they did. Is it out of the realm of possibility they would conduct something similar here in the United States to justify an all hands on board, an outright annihilation of Iran? No, I don't think so. Power Corrupts, thank you for the $20 super chat. Been listening for years on multiple platforms. If more Americans were outspoken in their political beliefs, this country would be a better place. I agree, Power Corrupts. Believe me. And obviously, not everyone's going to be a political commentator, but they could speak up in their personal life. We have way too many people who remain quiet. How do we know that? Because people don't vote. People don't vote. People don't participate. They don't. So to manufacture consent, exactly. You don't believe what? That the Israeli government did that? They did. It's proven. It's not up for interpretation. They absolutely did. They have done that. I remember one time they claimed it was the headquarters of Hamas in this hospital, and then when they went underneath, it was a bicycle, a chair, and a calendar. Everything else was dusty and dirty. And then there was a calendar with like dates, like Arabic writing on it. And then when someone translated it, it didn't even say anything about like military operations in it or anything. It was just something random. And they tried to claim that was an undercover headquarters. They used it as, look at Rafah. They claimed that they were embedding themselves with civilians, and that's why they had to unalive children. Do I think that could happen here? Absolutely. Has our government used false flag attacks before? Yes. Yes, they have. It happened during Vietnam. It happened during Vietnam. Technically speaking, we've done it multiple times. Fascists do it all the time, but look up the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Our boys are floating in the water. So it is absolutely a thing, and it absolutely happens, and fascists tend to use these types of attacks. Fox 5 is airing Trump, Eugene Carroll deposition. I would really prefer that somebody, a Trump supporter, call in and stop being so embarrassed and call in and tell me why they support the war in Iran. That's really what I want to do. I want to hear from a Trump supporter. I want to hear why you support the war in Iran. Well, it's going to be profitable if we win. Still not worth it. It's impossible to win. That's the problem, friend. Okay? When you understand the military strategy of Iran, you realize it's not about if you win. There are objectives that are achievable temporarily, like taking control of their government. Sure, temporarily. Could you probably put someone in there temporarily? Sure. Can you do it without maintaining a presence in Iran? No. You cannot win, though. Winning is impossible. And even this idea that you could achieve these objectives within a 20-year span is impossible. Now, how do I come to that conclusion? Well, I look at history. I look at the war in Afghanistan. I look specifically Afghanistan, even more than I do Iraq, just in terms of the Taliban and the guerrilla warfare and their ideological commitment. I think is one of the reasons it was just bell to ass for 20 years. But the IRGC, the Iranian government, the Iranian military, has a particular military strategy that doesn't involve head-to-head conflict. It involves exhausting the United States and Israel politically and economically over a number of years, attacking the Strait of Hormuz. They're not interested in winning a head-to-head war. They're interested in exhausting us over an extended period of time, making it expensive to live in the United States. That's their idea of winning. Because at the end of the day, that's really their defense. You're less likely to do this, going forward, and you're more likely to pull out. They know they can't defeat us with their military equipment. They know the nuclear deployment capabilities capable of attacking the United States effectively in a head-to-head conflict, but they know that they can do things like raise oil prices, right? Cause a recession, cause political tension, force boots on the ground, kill American citizens and military members specifically is what I'm talking about, and make it likely for us to withdraw, like we did in Afghanistan. The Taliban took over days after we left. We were there for 20 years. 20 years. These countries aren't trying to beat us. They're just trying to make winning impossible. They're trying to make winning an impossibility. That's all they're doing. And the United States thinks if we decapitate their leadership that we win. No, we don't. They had a 3-man council set up 3 hours after they killed the second to Allah. Does that sound like a country that's not organized? Does that sound like a country that doesn't have a government structure that it quite literally is designed to survive decapitation strikes? No, it's designed for that. They know that's what you were going to eventually do. Kill their leadership. And now you have an even worse situation. And this is something people are not talking about enough when it comes to the newly appointed supreme leader, the son. You killed his children. You killed his father. You killed his family. You killed his friends. And he's furious. Let's say you leave, outside of the fact that Iran's going to continue to shoot missiles at military bases and continue their retaliatory strikes and continue to mine the Strait of Hormuz and attack vessels and all these things. What do you think they're going to do to the Iranian people? You've made it 10 times worse for them. You've made it 10 times worse for them. My argument doesn't lean largely on the allocation of war powers because the president has really authority-wise has an ability to conduct military strikes if there's imminent threat. So it is unconstitutional in that sense because there was no imminent threat. But is anything going to actually be done about it? No. So I just find it to be senseless because I think there are Democrats in Congress that quietly celebrate this because it benefits them electorally. So I don't think that Democrats are, I don't know. I don't see any real consequences for this. But yes, it would be unconstitutional because there's no imminent threat. They don't even have a missile that can reach the United States. And by the way, the Secretary of State already contradicted the president and said that Israel was planning to attack Iran, and then we launched preemptive strikes to prevent them from attacking U.S. military bases. And Trump says he got intelligence that Iran was going to attack the United States in the middle of negotiations. That's not true. So now we're in the Middle East because of another lie, and there's people that still support it. It's honestly, it makes me sick. It makes me sick that there are people who were alive during the global war on terror, and they're still supporting this war. I've talked to them yesterday. I've talked to them since the war began. There are people that legitimately support this ridiculous war. Why don't you speak up and actually come call me and actually talk to me about it? I'm curious. Are you that scared? You know you are. You're terrified. Who's the Secretary of State? Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio. I have a whole thing on this. I'll show you. Let's see. I think I uploaded this to my... Here we go. Listen.
To launch these strikes against Iran? Did that pull the United States into this war?
No, I might have forced their hand. You see, we were having negotiations with these lunatics, and it was my opinion that they were going to attack first. They were going to attack if we didn't do it. So, if anything, I might have forced Israel's hand.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action.
There you go. That right there is enough. That right there is enough. Listen, if you're telling the truth, there's no need to lie, just like the Epstein files. Of course, they didn't think that Iran had no plans on attacking the United States. Furthermore, I don't think Iran tried to kill President Trump either. And I'm not even sure President Trump doesn't know that. You know? Maybe he thinks it. Maybe he was told by people he trusts that they were trying to kill you and that pissed him off. I don't know. But I can tell you it's not true. Because there's no way in hell that the Iranian government tried to kill President Trump and then walked around afterwards with their life. Your country would be a parking lot if you tried to kill a U.S. sitting president. Everyone knows that. Nobody, no country like Iran's trying to do that.
Call from.
Maybe he was told by people he trusts.
Are you a Trump supporter? You got to turn my live off in the background.
President Trump and then walked
Guy, turn the live off.
Your country
Hello?
parking lot if you tried to kill a U.S.
It's off.
Hi, can you turn the live
Hello,
off, please?
stupid. It's off.
HBUS.
It's off, dummy.
I'm talking to the live now. Shut the fuck up. HBUS. Shut up or get in the box. Shut up, call in, and don't, or I'm gonna mute you. Okay. Do you support the war in Iran?
I do.
Okay. Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? Because they've been attacking us for 47 years.
Really?
Killing Americans. I've been a soldier for 20 years. I'm retired now. Yeah. What have you done
so
for
what
your
you're
country?
Saying is,
besides, you're a Democrat.
Are you gonna let
you're
me
a Democrat. Yeah,
I'm
you're
a
a
leftist,
Democrat.
Actually,
And
Democrats are.
yeah, you didn't let me finish, dude.
Did
Go
you
ahead.
ask me a question?
Yeah, I know.
So let me speak. So
Yeah,
what
go
you're
ahead,
saying
go.
is this is retaliation. There is no benefit for the American taxpayer.
No, I'm saying it's not retaliation, but it's fighting back and defending yourself. These people are hell bent on building a nuclear weapon. Their motto is "Death to America," the great Satan. I mean, what country are you living in?
Sure.
I
Let's
mean,
talk about it.
when your country gets attacked.
Let's talk about it. Sure.
Go.
So you said they say death to America. Well, first of all, we say death to Iran, right? We talk about death to countries all the time. We have no problem saying death to other countries. What
That's
makes
not
up?
our slogan,
Can I
dude.
please
Don't
finish?
say that.
Can I please finish?
Don't say that. That's not our slogan. Don't come up with some bullshit like that.
Don't interrupt me. We say death to countries all the time. Now, you're doing it right now.
Okay.
You're literally saying death to
guy.
Iran right now. Meanwhile, you're condemning them for saying death to America.
Yeah,
the United
I say
States
nuke
has
'em.
committed atrocities across
I say
the
nuke
globe.
'em.
You say nuke them because you're a war criminal fucking pig.
Where?
You're a war criminal chicken hawk pig.
Where?
Sitting on your
and you're
so
a
you want to
pussy
nuke,
liberal
you want to
socialist
nuke innocent
who never
people,
defended
you
your country.
Zionist scum. You want to nuke innocent people.
I take the whole
scummy
country
pig.
out.
Yeah, of course
Why
you
not?
would.
We did it in Japan
Of
and
course
saved
you
hundreds
would.
of thousands of lives.
Yeah.
Pig.
Yeah, we did. We
Pig.
saved lives by doing it in Japan.
What have you done
need
besides
a
go to
fucking-
college?
You need a
Besides go
fucking
to
history
besides
lesson.
go to college. Look.
You need a history lesson.
Look,
you think,
fuckstick,
you
before
think
going to
bombing
college, what have
Hiroshima
you
and
ever done for
Nagasaki
your country?
saved lives? You need a fucking history lesson. Here's the college
Absolutely.
indoctrinated you
Absolutely. No,
talking
you
point.
do.
Here's the college indoctrinated you talking point.
Hundreds
Let me
of
explain
thousands
something
of
here.
lives.
Let me explain
Guy.
something. You need a history lesson
Yeah.
bad.
Try
So,
to.
Yeah, if the
United
United States was so concerned with saving lives, why
What-
didn't
so
they?
let me ask you. Let me
Hold on
ask
a
you one
second.
thing.
I'm talking. You just said if the United States was so concerned with saving lives during World War II, why did
Oh,
they
you're
wait
important.
till why did they wait till December 1941 to declare war on Japan? Why did they wait till they were attacked while Europe burned for 2 years?
Let me ask you this.
Well, no, you said I need a history lesson. Let's have a conversation about history. Do you know history?
Oh, well.
What did we do between 1939 and 1940?
Yeah, I did. Hey, let me finish,
what
motherfucker.
Did we do
let me finish what I got to say. Don't interrupt me, guy.
Between
Don't interrupt me. You show me.
1941.
You show me. Who do we bomb?
What
Look,
did we do?
Dude, who do we bomb now? We do strategic bombing. Do we hit hotels and schools and hospitals?
Yeah, we did.
Do we do that?
Yeah.
And apartment buildings?
Yeah.
Do we bomb them?
Yeah.
Really? Oh,
we just killed over 100 girls.
You've been chewing.
Wait, are you saying we didn't just kill innocent girls?
You've been chewing too many mushrooms, man.
Oh, my God. You don't even know about the girls' school. You don't know about the girls' school. No, they already proved it was the
like
U.S.
Iran,
it was a U.S.
I do know
cruise
about
missile.
it. Like Iran,
It was
like
a
Iran,
U.S. Tomahawk cruise
gives a
missile.
shit about girls.
It was like
Things
Trump
can
gives a
happen.
shit about
Mistakes
girls.
happen in war.
Like Trump
You've never
gives a shit
been in a
about
war.
little
The biggest
girls. He's
war
a
you were in
PDF
was.
file. He's a PDF file, and you support him because you're probably one too. So let me finish.
And Biden
speaking.
wasn't.
Let me finish.
And Biden wasn't.
Is Biden in the Epstein files?
Biden.
Oh, are you
the hair
condoning
sniffing
it now?
Biden
Are
wasn't.
you condoning being a PDF file now because you support one? So why did we conduct Operation Midnight Hammer then? And Donald Trump said it was the most successful military operation ever conducted and in cooperation with Israel. If Operation Midnight Hammer, the sole purpose was to destroy their enrichment facilities, right? By the way, it's already been proven we killed the schoolgirls. So to say we didn't bomb them, we didn't bomb civilians. Yes, we did. You're just
no,
uneducated.
and they're ballistic. No, stop, dude.
It was a
don't
Tomahawk
keep
cruise
talking.
missile. It's already
don't
been
keep
proven.
talking. Let me get a word in. Don't fucking.
It's already been proven.
Don't
you
get off
war
your
pig.
soapbox and let me say a word.
It's already been proven. You fucking war pig.
Look, I'm a fucking Ozzy Osbourne war pig, bitch.
You're a war
and I'll tell
pig.
you what. Say that to a veteran in his uniform, and he'll spank you a little. Live in Georgia. Come and visit me.
You wouldn't.
Come and visit me, and I'll take your little schoolboy ass out. Yeah, I know. I like. You call me
like
a Zionist?
Schoolboys, don't you?
I'm a Catholic. You know.
I don't give a shit. You're
but
still
I think,
a Zionist. Christians are Zionists.
Yeah, I like
too.
schoolboys like you.
Yeah, why would you? I mean, you understand this is just an
what are you?
Israeli-backed war, right? This is just a war for Israel, and you're just a cuck.
You're an atheist.
That's it.
You're an atheist.
You support
You're
Israel
an atheist, right?
because you're a war pig.
Yeah,
and that's all there
you
is to
learned
it.
that in college from your liberal professors, and that's all you know about the world. Online and talking about things that you have no real knowledge about.
Meanwhile,
all you know is what
meanwhile,
people preach
I know more than you.
and brainwash you into believing. And you little silly. What college did you? Yeah, that's what they told.
None of your business.
That's what they told Charlie.
Did you even go
That's
to
what
college?
they told Charlie. Right.
Charlie?
What? Yeah, I did. I went to a community college.
Wait, you're a Charlie Kirk guy?
Then I.
Wait, are you a Charlie Kirk guy?
Yeah. Well, absolutely. He gave people that disagree with him an opportunity to move to the front of the line.
Oh,
you see,
God.
you're like fucking Elon Omar. You laugh when you have no argument.
I figured you were a
You
Charlie
laugh when
Kirk
you have no
guy.
argument.
No, you don't even know your own
I got dragged
history.
into your little site on YouTube.
You don't even know
You're such
your
a trip.
own history, war pig,
What history don't I
Zionist.
know, bro?
Hey, Charlie Kirk's been
What
quiet
don't I
lately.
know?
Where
How
is
old are
he?
you, number one?
Hey, Charlie
How
Kirk's
old are
been
you?
quiet lately. Where is he?
How old are you?
Charlie Kirk's been pretty quiet.
You know
lately.
where he's dead.
Oh, he died. I didn't know that. I don't watch
Yeah,
it.
you know where he is.
No, I didn't know.
The same thing could happen to you, bro.
I guess
Same
that's
thing
the
can
risk.
happen to you.
I guess that's the risk you run. You're not going to do it though, because you don't have the courage.
You know, you got my. You've got no, not
You don't
me.
have
I'm
the
a law-abiding citizen.
I know you're a law-abiding citizen.
I do it with my hands with
advocated
you.
for killing a
How old are
population
you?
of 90
How old are you?
million. Hold on. You just said I'm a law-abiding citizen. You just advocated for killing a population of 90 million with a nuclear weapon. You war pig. Including children. You're a law-abiding citizen.
I would kill. Can I say something, homo? I would kill every single living thing in a state in the country of Iran and sleep like a baby at night.
Of course you would. You're a maniac. You're a
They've
psychopath.
been killing
You're
Americans. They've been killing Americans.
Zionist.
Well, look at.
You're a psychopathic
did anyone in your family
Zionist.
ever?
It's no shock to anyone.
Did
in here
anybody
that you would
in
sleep like
shalom,
a baby after killing
motherfucker?
children.
Shalom.
That's good.
Shalom.
Yeah, that's good.
Look at. Let me ask you something.
Remember he said he was
Can I ask you
Catholic
something?
5 minutes ago?
Can I ask you a question? Did anybody in your family ever serve in the armed forces?
Yes.
Who? When?
Well, my grandfather's a World War II veteran. Is that good enough for you? Do you think that you're?
Yeah,
Listen,
World War II is good enough for me.
Listen,
I have veterans in my family that served in every war since the Civil War.
That's great. Congratulations.
Who was right in the Civil War, the North or the South?
Congratulations. Well, I know you think it was the South.
You're damn right.
I know
you know
think
what?
it was
You
the
went
South.
to some fucking. You are so fucking liberal and stupid. Do you think Ilhan Omar is a good American citizen?
Yes.
Thank, bro. Thank. You do.
And you think
do.
Charlie
What about
Kirk
all that
is,
corruption going on in Minnesota?
Yeah, I was in Minnesota.
Charlie Kirk never.
This will piss you off. Listen, I was in Minnesota. I went to Minnesota 3 times to protest against ICE.
Have you been to San Francisco?
Yes.
Have you been to Frisco? Have you been? Have you been to San
Are you going to make a
Francisco?
homophobic joke because you're
Did
a
you
war
step on
pig
human
Zionist
feces?
bigot?
No, I don't know nothing about. I'm not homophobic. I'm bisexual, actually. Did you ever?
You literally just
step in
called
human
me a
feces
homo.
while you? Did you want your kid?
Dude, let me tell you what the definition.
You
of
are a
do you know
fucking
the
homo.
Do you know what the definition of homophobic is? You're using.
You are a fucking
someone's
homo. You're taking it. You're taking it in the ass right. You're taking it in the ass right now and don't even know it.
You're using someone's sexuality as an insult. What that makes you homophobic. But listen, I expect nothing more from a Charlie Kirk supporting Zionist war pig. So it doesn't shock me at all. I hear this stuff every single day.
Absolutely,
Listen,
I'm a war pig. As a matter of fact, I've got a T-shirt that says 10th Mountain Division War Pigs.
Shit. No one gives a shit.
War pigs, baby.
So what was Operation
That's right. We fight
Midnight
to protect
Hammer
this
for?
country. Nobody
what was
gives
Operation,
You know what? I fought to protect
what was
you.
What was Operation Midnight Hammer for? If they're 2 weeks away again from a nuclear weapon. By the way, guys, after this clip, I'm going to play you Netanyahu saying they're 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon for the last 30 years. Tell us, what was Operation Midnight Hammer, old man?
Don't bypass the subject. You asked a question. I heard the question. I'm going to tell you what it was.
Speaking,
it was to take out the ability of Iran.
This. I do. I'm your
daddy.
Here
you go fucking interrupting.
I'm your daddy.
But here you go interrupting,
I'm
bitch.
your liberal daddy.
You want to know the answer to the question or don't you? Yeah, your mom is my daddy. Goodbye, bitch. You're so fucking stupid. You're so fucking ignorant. How about during the president's speech, the still being presented the Medal of Honor? They didn't even fucking stand up. That's how fucked up they are.
You fell for that.
You agree, and you agree with that? Would you?
I
saw it on TV with my own eyes. Well, how would you feel about that if that was your grandfather standing up there getting it for World War II? How would you feel for that?
My grandfather wouldn't support what Trump is doing right now. So. Anyway,
you don't know that. You didn't even know your grandfather. You probably don't even know your own father.
I did know my grandfather, and he was a Democrat, and he would not support Trump.
Yeah,
he was a union.
Well,
president.
So
what do you do again?
The South. I'm retired.
Yeah, retired from.
I'm retired
Being
from the
Zionist,
service, from the military.
War pig, homophobe.
Yeah, and I have.
Is that what you're retired from? Can you tell me
right,
what Operation
Zionist
Midnight Hammer
war
was?
pig.
What's Operation Midnight Hammer? Do you know?
I tried to. Will you shut the fuck up and let me tell you again for the third time? It was to take out Iran's ballistic. It was to take out Iran's ballistic missile capability, to open up the straits of the Persian Gulf, to let the water flow through and let the oil come through. Even though we don't take much oil from Iran or the Middle East, only like 20%. If that,
no.
And to finally destroy the nuclear capabilities that they were shut the fuck up, numbnuts. Let me finish my answer. You asked the question, and you don't give me an opportunity.
Because you don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't.
You have no idea.
No,
so,
I know military strategy, and you probably weren't even in the Boy Scouts.
You probably wouldn't listen to it. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the flame.
How many people? How many followers you got on your fucking little show?
Listen, he doesn't.
How many do you got?
Listen, it's so you know the Strait of Hormuz.
That's right. God lives.
It's called the Strait of Hormuz.
Jesus Christ is your savior, bitch.
It's called the Strait of Hormuz, and it controls what? 20% of what?
You are right.
How much
Again,
of the
you are
world's
right.
global oil supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz?
Why?
So what they
why
said
does
was, Can I talk now? So what they said was,
I don't give a fuck about the world. The United States gets less than 20%.
I know you don't think
20%.
I know you don't care about the world because you don't understand geopolitics. You're just a goofball.
20%.
You're just
no,
a creepy old dude who fucking supports Israel.
Huh?
Like, that's it. I've talked to these dudes countless times. You should be ashamed of yourself.
No, and what did you think about NATO? What did you think about NATO countries? What did you think about NATO countries like Germany not paying 2% of their GDP?
You said we should kill a population of
pricks and sleep like a baby.
Yeah, well, good thing you're close to the mantle, so.
And sleep like a baby, I said.
No, I said you're close to the mantle. I can hear it.
Yeah.
I could smell
I'd
the
light them up.
formaldehyde.
I'd turn that sand into glass.
I could smell the formaldehyde. So listen.
It'd be beautiful.
Listen, you're an awful person. Good luck in life.
You wouldn't even have to smell the death. It would just burn up.
Hateful human. You were born
dude,
a hateful
you
human.
are, because you've never done anything to help your country.
Listen, why would I be surprised? Why would I be surprised that a Zionist is okay with killing children when he's okay with raping
Dude, lay
them?
off the amphetamines,
Why would I?
You really need to chill out.
Okay. Why would I care? Why would I be surprised that an old Zionist says he would kill children? You're okay.
What
with
did Israel ever do to you?
You're okay with raping them. Why would you have a problem with killing them? It's no surprise. Have a good day, you crusty creep. Why would I be surprised? You're okay with the files. You're okay with your president abusing them. Why would you care about dropping a nuclear weapon on them? Of course you don't care. It's not important to you. You don't care. You're not shocking me into submission by saying that you would drop a nuclear weapon on a population of 90 million people. You're not shocking me. You're not. I'm not in the least bit surprised because I expect that of you. Because that's who you are. I love how MAGA talks about being respectful. MAGA, you're the worst of the worst. You're the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst human beings on the earth. MAGA telling people to be respectful is laughable. MAGA will be in the chat like, yeah, unalive all those children. Yeah. And they'll say like homophobic slurs, and then they'll be like, be more respectful. Be more respectful. Of course he was disturbing. Would you expect anything less from these people? You understand that's who these people are, right? They're war pig Zionists, folks. Nothing more, nothing less. This is why we're at war. These are war pig Zionists. I mean, is anyone really surprised? I mean, you can't be surprised by this, right? I mean, is there someone in here that's surprised that these people exist? This is who supports Israel, folks. Did you hear him? I would kill every last one, he said. That's who these people are. That's who they are. Yeah, Ryan, he didn't get on any points, Ryan. You're just as dumb as he is. Right? If only you didn't look as dumb. So you could hide it. That's all it is, Ryan. If you think that he was winning, it's because you're probably as simple as he is. Not another one. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you guys. Send some more super chats. We got 5 minutes on the goal, and MAGA's super fucking triggered. I got a guy in chat calling me a nobody. Meanwhile, he's been on YouTube for 3 years and has 2 subscribers, and no one's ever heard of him. Why did you take a picture of your Hyundai Elantra? Why did you take a picture of your Hyundai Elantra? And that's your profile picture? Hey, Patriots, I am forever your daddy. Do you understand me? I am forever your daddy. Forever. I am forever your king. Understand that. That's why you're here, because I am your king. You can't, normally I don't let people scream over me, but if you scream over me, normally I hang up, but I let that guy talk because he was proving my very point. These disgusting Zionist pigs will advocate for the death of 90 million people. Hey, MAGA, oh my God, look how many people are sending me money right now, MAGA. I bet you that pisses you off. Anna, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. They're getting so triggered. Ryan, shut up. Why do you worship Jesus so much? He clearly fucked up on you. Anna, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Metal Dude, thank you so much. Mizabella, thank you. Sheffy, thank you so much. Naylin, thank you for the $19.99 super chat. Angel Blue Eyes, thank you so much, dude. Look how triggered they are, bro. Look how triggered they are. This is the best when they get triggered because one of their little puppet called in and embarrassed himself. This guy's name is Patriot in the chat. You're not a patriot. And by the way, you can't spell either. You need a spelling lesson, Patriot. Do you know the difference between your and your? Do you know the difference between... Do you? It appears you're struggling. Kristen, thank you so much for the $19.99 super chat, Kristen. Appreciate you, Kristen. Patriot says, move of a patriot than you, buddy. He just proved my point.
Veteran. Hey, my nigga, what's up?
I just love laughing at you guys. You're such bigots. You're such bigots. Oh, my God, you're bigots. Naylin, thank you so, dude. Now he's slurring. Now he's calling in and trying to slur. That's what they do when they lose. They crash out and drop slurs. Like, seriously. Like, could these people be any worse human beings? Like, honestly, could they prove my point anymore without realizing it? Like, guys, understand, I'm up here to literally prove that you Zionists are awful humans and that nobody should support you. Dropping slurs proves my point. How old are you?
Hello?
That's a child. Don't call in here if you're a little kid. Thank you. Sicko Bob, I'm a bigot? How am I a bigot? Do you know what the word bigot means, Sicko Bob? Yes, I'm deliberately calling you sicko. Kristen, thank you so much. Best 4 days spent all day. Thank you so much, Kristen. Appreciate you. The Zionists think I'm a bigot against Zionists. Shannon is triggered in the chat. Look at her. She says, yeah, you're wrong, you're. Proving, spelled wrong, right now with your stupid rhetoric. Listen, Shannon, if that's the best you can do in terms of forming a coherent sentence, I would just give up. Retire. Announce your retirement, right? Just say, I'm retired from saying dumb shit in the chat, all right? Have a good day. He was sick. He's very typical. He's a very typical warmongering chicken hawk Zionist who supports, killing innocent people. Patriot says, you wouldn't laugh to our faces. Patriot, I would laugh in your face. You should go look around my channel. I do it all the time. I walk up to Trump supporters in real life and say this shit all the time. You would do nothing. Okay? War is wrong in every reason. Yeah, but the United States loves war. What do you mean? Shannon, you should call in right now, Shannon. Shannon, why don't you call in and let's have a conversation, Shannon? Give a call in, Shannon.
Call from
Jose Peralta.
Yes, are you a Trump supporter?
Negative.
She can spell rhetoric, but not proving. Yeah, I don't think it's her strong suit. I think she should just stick to not typing. I think that's probably the best thing she should do. Adam, is there a dedicated day you take liberal, progressive, leftist? I did it the other night, but I did it on TikTok. Ortega, I did it on TikTok the other night.
call from Lucas. I promise I'm old enough to accept. Press 1.
Lucas, please don't, okay, buddy? Thank you. Hello, are you a Trump? You have to be at least 21 to call me.
Jose Peralta.
You have to be at least 21. Hi, how old are you?
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Jose, how are you? How old are you, Jose?
I am 45.
Okay, and
with
Jose.
The statement you're stating, I agree with you with the
Yes,
I'm listening.
That's nice. Okay, so you're 45, you don't support Trump, and you agree with me. Okay, I'm typically looking for opposition, but I'll give you a second to get whatever you want to get off your chest.
I used to support Trump. I appreciate it. The simplified fact is war sucks. War 100% sucks. But if it comes down to a whole battle of money and land and elements, the only wrong behind it is what he's doing with strategy. I mean, if they're throwing all the information at him, the one thing he can do is literally just, iron it out, see where to literally hit these targets. Because right now, it's set. But what makes sense is the moves that he's making. I get it. It's a chessboard. Huh?
No, it doesn't make any sense for a couple of different reasons.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
So it doesn't make sense for a couple of different reasons, and I've spent, the last couple of weeks, or wherever this war started, last several weeks, studying Iran's military doctrine and what their strategy is. And I explained this multiple times on here, but I'll do it again. Are you familiar with what the Mosaic doctrine is and Iran's restructured military strategy?
Off the rip, out of the top of my head, that means they've been at war before this even became public.
So
many of millenniums.
So what the Mosaic doctrine is it's a restructured military strategy adopted by Iran after studying Israel and the United States military strategy over the last several decades. And what they've discovered is that the United States likes to decapitate leadership, hope that the country runs around like a chicken with its heads cut off and collapses, right? So they're decapitation strikes. That's exactly what the United States tried to do here, was decapitate their leadership and hope that it sparked some kind of uprising from the Iranian people, so they didn't have to put boots up.
Mutiny, a form of
let me just finish, okay? So they were hoping that it would spark an uprising from the Iranian people. It didn't work, right? So now they're in this predicament where they're not sure whether they should arm the Kurds, try and spark a civil war, try to decapitate more of the leadership and maybe lay the groundwork for an uprising. They're kind of caught in between a rock and a hard place, because even if Donald Trump now says, okay, let's say they decide, let's destroy their military as much as possible, at least while we're here, we're going to set them back as much as possible, destroy their Air Force, destroy their Navy, do all these things. At the end of the day, that doesn't mean Iran's going to stop, right? And Iran appears dedicated to forcing the United States to maintain presence in Iran to make them suffer, right? The strategy essentially relies on the understanding that you cannot beat the United States and Israel head to head. So what do? You drag the war out as long as you possibly can, and you exhaust the United States politically and economically. You do things like mine the Strait of Hormuz, right? You interfere with that waterway. You attack vessels, right? You divide 31 different command groups up into 31 weaponry. You divide the IRGC up into 31 different commands over 31 different provinces, and they operate independently, even if communication is cut off from the regime. So they just make it as difficult as possible to beat them, and it becomes really, really exhausting, both politically and economically, and eventually you just concede and leave. It's kind of what happened in Afghanistan. In Afghanistan, although far less structured, the Taliban took over days after we left. Days after.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so, and that wasn't
It was a disaster. Absolutely.
That was 20 years, man, you know? It's crazy.
I mean, what form of 21st century now, what form of anarchy can you provide, knowing the fact that, yeah, he did play out his moves, he cut off a regime, and now the only thing we can do is what? Go to war with them? And exactly what you said, on a civil war level, I mean, basically utilizing as much weaponry as possible. Let's get rid of everything that's sitting in the dark. Let's get rid of everything that's in the dust. But now, it's pretty crazy because, what was it, recently? China just admitted, that, like, we have a law because of the certain things that Donald Trump did. Let him come to China for a day. The first thing they're going to do is automatically arrest him for certain reasons and then execute him. It's the wrong thing, but it's one of those things, wow, drag us into one thing to put us in another. So we have cause and effect. Oh, it's all over social media. And I mean, I don't want to be...
All right.
The China regime, the law?
Yeah, what you're talking about. Are you talking about Trump?
Hello?
Yes. Who's going to come to China?
Correct. But I'm talking... If Trump goes to China, he's going to get automatically arrested once he steps ground in China. Even though on a political level, yes, maybe nothing's going to happen to him, but the fact that he did certain things that are popping up as a wonderful distraction, because you got war and you got Epstein. You got war and you got Epstein. You got one side that's blowing up all this evidence, then you got the other side that's like, you know what, let me just do this cause and effect. Cause and effect. It's a consistent loop. It's almost in the same as, how do I put it? Like, the one book that I remember that feels like a certain part of history is The Catch-22.
All right. Well, thanks for calling in, bro. I appreciate your take. Thanks, man.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you, bro. Thanks for calling in. Take care. My guy keeps talking, and then right after he talks, he says hello. I didn't get a chance to reply yet. I don't know. But, guys, really quick, I just have to use the bathroom really quick. So you guys got to just wait 1 second, all right? I'll be right back. Yeah, I'm about to talk. Michelle, hold on 1 second. We'll talk about that. Give me 1 second. Jong-un is playing single player right now. Kim Jong-un would degree, but he's out there testing his new cruise missiles. I'm not even kidding. He's testing his new fucking cruise missiles. Would absolutely love it. Guys, if you can see me, type 1 in the chat. If you guys can see me, type 1 in the chat. I don't know why this fucking thing. I can't believe that dude said he was a Charlie Kirk supporter. We are Charlie Kirk. We carry the pain. I was a Charlie Kirk supporter. He's 90% gums, 10% stupidity. Unbelievable, really, when you look at it. Charlie Kirk was a hell of a guy. Donald Trump talked about him for 24 hours. How disrespectful. Because Trump uses everybody. He didn't care about Charlie Kirk. Isn't Erica Kirk being appointed to some random position now or something? Don't be surprised if you see Erica Kirk in elected politics, too, at some point. She'll use Charlie's political influence to advance her political career. I can guarantee you that. I know I've been trying to do this live stream throughout the night, but I've had a bunch of other stuff happening at the same time, so. It's what flame? I said that. We carry the flame, didn't I? We fight for the gospel. Yeah, that dude was a cornball. An absolute cornball. Am I surprised? No. I just love how mad. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with Google Voice right now. It's being stupid. So. Your daughter hates that Charlie Kirk song. Dude, everybody hates that Charlie Kirk song. It's idiotic. No. No. But you have Trump in your name, are you? Do you think you have to be a part of an intelligence agency to study military intelligence? I've been studying these things for 20 years. I've been engaged, sinking my teeth into military history, military strategy, politics, geopolitics for the last 2 decades. So because somebody had a position as a cook in the military doesn't mean they know more about geopolitical issues than I do. They don't, right? UK and US Alvin Trump thinks that he can text this number. He thinks this is my real number. This idiot's trying to text me. Look him in the chat. I know you saw my text. No, I didn't, Alvin Trump. It's a fake number, you goof. Like, you understand that, right? You're definitely not associated with intelligence agency if you can't figure out that's a Google Voice number. Intelligence, give me a break. You can't figure out that's a Google Voice number? You think I'd really have my personal number up on the screen? Do you really think that? Chud. Do you really think that, chud? Do you really think that, chud? That I've had my cell phone as the background, chud? He says, I'm not texting you, liar. You just wrote above here. I wonder if you saw my text. Texting, you liar. You just said above. I know you saw my text. Listen, here's my advice for you, bro. Right? Just shut up. Okay? For the rest of you lovely people, I am going to pop off here. I don't know if I'm going to go on TikTok later. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely going to be on in the morning. Either way, I have to do some other personal stuff here I need to take care of that's very important that I've been trying to deal with through the course of this live, and it doesn't seem to be getting better. And so I'm going to go deal with it. I hope you guys understand, but that's what I have to do. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed the live. Hope you guys enjoyed the live. I appreciate you, seriously. Unfortunately, I would normally do another 45 minutes or so, but it's just not working out that way. I have to deal with this, and it's not getting better. But I love you guys, especially if you're not a Zionist war pig. Especially if you're not a Zionist war pig. I love you. Can you shut up, Alvin Trump, who doesn't know that's a Google Voice number? Goofy. Goofy over here doesn't know it's a Google Voice number. He thinks it's my real number. What an idiot. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you in the morning if I don't see you later tonight. Take care, everybody. But look for me. You never know.